Unlock the miraculous secrets. 7 divine ways to hear your soul in 40 days of spiritual awakening. In the quaint village of Hopeville, where each cobblestone seemed to hum with the spirit of faith, Anna, a devoted young woman of 28, stood in the heart of her vibrant church community, a candle flickering in hand. The church bell tolled, echoing the urgency of her heart as shadows clouded her family's joy. Her father lay gravely ill, and doubt began its insidious creep into her once steadfast belief. Would divine intervention come? Could miracles blossom amid despair? Each night, Anna gathered her family for prayer, beseeching St. Jude for hope. As they clasped their hands tightly, a warm light enveloped them, and whispers of devotion filled the room. One evening, during prayer, Anna felt a breathtaking presence, a rush of warmth like sunlit rain, lifting her spirits beyond earthly fears. That's when a soft, breathtaking glow filled the room. It felt as if heaven had sighed, urging her to listen. Days passed with heavy hearts. Hospital visits turned into a litany of anxious news. Yet hope twinkled like stars on the darkest nights, as Anna sought connection with her God. One evening, her world collided with revelation when she met a local minister by chance. "Do you believe in miracles?" he asked, his voice steady despite the storm raging within her. He recounted a tale of his own father's unbelievable recovery that transpired just as despair threatened to consume them. His words reverberated within her. "Before we continue, I need to tell you about something important that's happening. YouTube has been making changes to the system, and many people are losing notifications from channels they follow. If you're enjoying the content, click the bell and mark all notifications so you don't miss the next videos. And if you can leave a like, it really helps me with reach. Seriously, it makes a difference. Oh, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I'm always curious to know who's on the other side of the screen." Now let us continue. Light danced around them, a divine thread weaving them together. Determined, Anna knelt in fervent prayer, calling out to God, with tears streaming down her cheeks. She pulled together the pieces of her faith, no longer fueled by doubt but by a relentless yearning for connection. Miraculously, a sense of clarity washed over her as she surrendered to a deep trust that there was a greater purpose unfolding. As the climax of her spiritual journey approached, a transformation burst forth. On a fateful night, as Anna poured her heart into prayer, a light brighter than the heavens filled the room, engulfing them all. In that moment, Anna's father took a breath, the shadows of illness vanishing like mist before the dawn. The air sizzled with amazement, laughter mingling with tears of joy. Yet amid their elation, a nagging question lingered like a specter. Was it mere coincidence or a true miracle? Anna, still wrestling with her doubts, sensed something deeper awaited her beyond this moment. As she knelt that night, a powerful whisper beckoned her. Could these revelations be a call to face challenges that awaited her? Would she navigate the future with her heart in growing faith? The village buzzed with excitement, wonder filling the streets as Anna wondered how far the miraculous secrets of her soul might take her. Each breath seemed like a stepping stone to divine purposes, ripe with promise and uncertainty, leaving the door wide open for the next step in her journey. As dawn broke over Hopeville, a golden light swept across the village, illuminating Anna's path. Each step she took felt lighter, as if invisible hands guided her through the cobbled streets. The joy of her father's recovery echoed in her heart, but an urgent curiosity whispered secrets of deeper faith. What awaited her in the days ahead? On her way to the church, Anna sensed the vibrant energies of her community. Neighbors greeted her with warm smiles and hopeful eyes, the miraculous event swirling in conversations. Yet, amid the chatter, a gnawing uncertainty remained. What did this miracle mean for her? She felt drawn to the church, eager to seek guidance. Entering the sacred space, she marveled at the familiar sight of flickering candles casting gentle shadows on the walls. It felt as though the very structure breathed in harmony with her heartbeat. Kneeling at the altar, the sweet scent of incense swirled around her, wrapping her in a cocoon of peace. "Lord," she whispered, her voice barely audible but laden with devotion. "Guide me. What shall I learn from this?" In that stillness, a soft rustle interrupted her thoughts. Anna opened her eyes to find the local minister standing beside her. He placed a comforting hand on her shoulder, his eyes shining bright with understanding. "The miracle we witnessed, Anna, is but the beginning," he murmured, his voice calming yet firm. "Miracles are lessons of faith. Are you ready to discover the profound messages hidden within?" With a nod, Anna felt the weight of his words sinking in. She was indeed ready. Together, they embarked on a quest for divine insight. The minister invited her to ponder 7 sacred revelations, each a pathway toward deeper understanding. "Every miracle carries a lesson," he continued, "an invitation to embrace the journey of faith. The first is gratitude. Can you see the gifts God has already bestowed upon you?" As Anna closed her eyes, she reflected on moments of love and support, the laughter shared with friends, and the warmth of family. Gratitude burst within her, flooding her heart with tender joy. She realized how many blessings surrounded her. Even during turbulent times and the days that followed, Anna immersed herself in her spiritual awakening. Each revelation unfurled beautifully like petals in a blossoming flower. From gratitude to introspection, each lesson molded her soul. She shared these insights with her family, who joined in her devotion, bringing them closer than ever before. Yet with every new understanding came a flicker of resistance in her spirit. Would faith alone sustain her through deeper trials? What other storms might lay on the horizon? As she breathed in the fragrant air of the village, a sense of determination arose within her soul. She longed to act, to be the vessel of faith, even when shadows threatened her newfound light. Then one evening, as twilight descended, Anna felt an undeniable pull towards the woods outside the village, the very place where her grandfather used to tell stories of divine encounters. Drawn by an invisible thread, she stepped into the embrace of ancient trees, their trunks strong and wise. It was there, among the whispers of nature, that she sensed a formidable spirit reminding her of the call to adventure. What awaited her in those woods? As she ventured further, the vibrant presence whispered of buried treasures, secrets steeped in the history of faith. The feeling pulsed around her like vibrant energy, reminiscent of the miraculous light that once filled her home. Anna took a deep breath, her heart racing with anticipation. She yearned to uncover the next phase of her journey and the secrets that awaited her in the embrace of the divine. With a glimmer of hope in her eyes, she ventured deeper. Where was this path leading her? What profound truths would she discover next? The forest embraced Anna like an old friend, the rustling leaves whispering comfort and guidance. With each step, the aroma of damp earth and pine surrounded her senses, enhancing her awareness of the divine presence. Shadows danced playfully between the trees, and she felt a stirring deep within her soul. What was she meant to find here? As she ventured deeper, the vibrant energy continued to pulse at the core of her being. Was it the spirit of her grandfather, or perhaps some other guiding force? The air had grown thick with an otherworldly essence, grounding yet uplifting. Anna drew a sharp breath, wishing to capture the tranquility and power encircling her. Suddenly, a radiant light flickered in the distance. Her heart surged at this encounter, moments filled with anticipation and reverence. Was it a sign? She stepped toward the glow, drawn by an invisible thread that felt not only mechanical but more like a spiritual tether binding her to something greater. "Come closer, Anna," a soothing voice echoed through the trees. Though no face was visible, she recognized the warmth. Felt like coming home. "Open your heart, and let the light within you rise." With no hesitation, she moved forward, compelled by unfathomable love. The light pulsed brighter, every flicker inviting her closer. It opened into a clearing, where beams of golden rays illuminated a circle of stones, arranged like a divine altar. Each stone bore engravings that glimmered with ancient wisdom. Anna approached the altar. The symbols seemed just within her grasp, calling out truths she had not yet fully understood. "What do these mean?" she whispered, eyes gleaming with wonder. "They tell stories," the voice chimed, as if the atmosphere wrapped around her. "Secrets of faith that illuminate the path of those who venture forth." Wisdom awaits you, but you must first listen with your heart. Anna felt the warmth encircle her body, cradling her spiritual essence. She closed her eyes, focusing on the gentle rhythm of her breath, deep and steady. In that sacred stillness, her mind quieted, opening to receive divine echoes. Each lesson is a key, Anna, the voice continued. With patience, you shall uncover the mysteries awaiting beyond the veil. Are you ready to embrace the next revelation? She nodded, tears touchingly streaming down her cheeks, finding solace in the love that surrounded her. I am ready, she breathed. The first stone began to shimmer more brightly, the engravings glowing with life. The second revelation is trust, the voice said. Can you release your fears and allow faith to guide you? A rush of clarity flowed through her. Anna realized how often fear had held her back, silencing her dreams and clouding her heart's vision. She had long wrestled with the uncertainties of life, but in this sacred place, she understood that trust was the light dispelling darkness. With trust igniting within her, she whispered, I let go. I entrust my fears to you, Lord. Suddenly, the stones around her began to resonate with her words, vibrating with energy. Echoes of harmony spread through the clearing, mingling with the soft rustle of leaves. Now step forward, the voice encouraged, and let faith shape your journey. Together we shall discover the path toward deeper miracles. With her heart ablaze, she raised her hands towards the glowing stones as if reaching for her beliefs, her spirit soaring with excitement. She felt the pulse of creation, an unbreakable connection between her and the divine. What would unfold next? What other lessons lingered in the forest, waiting for her eager heart? With that sense of excitement, she stepped forward, ready to embrace the next unveiling of her spiritual quest. As Anna stepped forward, the energy around her intensified, wrapping her in a blanket of warmth that felt like a long-awaited embrace. Her feet moved almost of their own accord, each step pulsating with the rhythm of her heartbeat. The clearing, filled with the golden light, seemed to vibrate with becoming alive. The stones shimmered, inviting her to uncover more. Listen closely, the voice encouraged once more, resonating through the air like a gentle breeze. The next revelation awaits, and it carries weight, holding the truth of courage. Courage, the word washed over Anna, filling her with a sense of determination. She had often fought with her own doubts, allowing them to cloud her vision. Would she be brave enough to stand firm in her faith? As if responding to her thoughts, the stone before her glowed even brighter. The engravings now hummed with energy, illuminating a path that spiraled and twisted, a journey no less filled with challenges than with triumphs. The path of courage is not one that avoids fear, the voice explained, its tone soothing yet firm. Rather, it walks hand in hand with it. To be courageous is to push forward despite the worries that seek to bind you. Anna felt a stirring in her heart. Could she truly embrace the challenges of her life, the fears that had kept her from pursuing her dreams? Lord, give me courage, she whispered, her voice barely above a breath. In that moment, she imagined herself standing on the edge of a cliff, but instead of retreating in fear, she imagined leaping forward into the unknown. As that vision filled her mind, a sparkling cascade of light enveloped her. The stones vibrated with her courage, acknowledging her declaration. Bravo, the voice praised, echoing from the depths of the trees. You are awakening to a piece of your destiny. Know this, courage is a path, not a destination. Each act of bravery prepares you for a greater purpose. Excitement welled up inside Anna. She felt stronger, emboldened by the light that now seemed to pulse with life as well as her own heartbeat. The notion of stepping into the world, such a daunting thought only moments before, felt tantalizingly close. What comes after courage? She asked, her intrigue piqued by the unfolding journey. What is the next truth? After courage comes compassion, the voice responded, the air vibrating with intention. To bear love in your heart and share it freely, this is the essence that connects all beings. Be open to the heartache, and recognize the beauty in vulnerability. The mention of compassion struck Anna deeply. Here in this sacred space, she understood that compassion was a gift, she had often hesitated to give not only to others but toward herself. A life lived fully required watching for opportunities to be a vessel of love, she reflected. The stones transformed, their glow shifting to a soft, comforting hue, the kind of light that cradled the spirit like a mother's arms. Can I truly open my heart to receive and share compassion? She pondered, an array of emotions swirling within her. Yes, the voice affirmed gently, by accepting your humanity and nurturing the spirit within, you will find that compassion flows like water, refreshing, renewing, and alive. With each stirring reassurance, Anna felt her heart expand, embracing the lessons like a flower reaching for sunlight. The essence of the forest pulsed around her, a reminder that true strength flourished not only in courage but also in the gentle compassion she could extend to herself and others. Let this unfolding journey guide you, the voice said, carrying a hint of laughter, almost as if the trees themselves were joining in the celebration. Step forth, trusting the revelations will come in time. As she looked toward the next stone, anticipation flowed through her like a river of light. What other truths awaited her? What miraculous secrets lay hidden in the shadows, ready for her heart to discover? With newfound courage and a commitment to compassion, Anna braced herself for the next unveiling. What awaited her in this divine forest of secrets? As Anna stood at the threshold of a new revelation, the air carried a gentle whisper, like leaves rustling in an unseen wind. Each breath she took filled her with anticipation. The stones, radiating a warm, inviting glow, seemed to pulse in harmony with her very essence. She felt a connection, a bond formed not only with the world around her but, more importantly, with the divine truth that beckoned her deeper. Courage has led you this far, and compassion shall light your path, said the voice, now more vibrant, echoing with a serene authority. But beware, for this journey demands discernment, a truth that speaks to the heart. As the words settled around her, Anna sensed the unfolding of a new layer, discernment. What did this mean? Would she be able to recognize the whispers of truth amid the clamor of daily existence? Doubts flicked at her like shadows sneaking up at dusk, but a flicker of faith ignited within her. Discernment is born from quieting the noise, the voice guided her gently. It allows a soul to distinguish between the distractions of the world and the soft insistence of purpose. Her heart skipped a beat. Could her own chaos and uncertainties transform into clarity? Teach me, Lord, she breathed, her voice cutting through the stillness like a prayer drifting upwards. In that moment, the stones swirled with a dazzling brightness, casting patterns of light that danced upon the ground. Anna watched, mesmerized, as the energy expanded beyond her, shifting into a radiant tapestry of colors that resonated with her spirit. Each thread weaved a story, a narrative of every challenge she had faced, every tear she had shed, and every moment she had shared kindness. See, Anna, each of these threads represents guidance, moments where you chose love over fear, truth over ignorance. The voice continued, each word vibrating with deep meaning. Discernment allows you to embrace your past while seeking direction for your future. As the tapestry brightened, an overwhelming wave of warmth engulfed her, and visions of faces slipped into her mind, friends, family, strangers, all the souls she touched and the times she hesitated. Each encounter resonated with lessons and love, echoing the affirmations of her compassionate heart. What you have experienced is preparation, a canvas upon which your discernment shall paint the choices that lead to true joy, the voice proclaimed, resonating within the quiet spaces of her soul. Your journey requires reflection, honesty, and divine trust. A shiver ran down her spine. Could this really be? The thought of trusting her inner voice filled her with both hope and trepidation. Yet, the warmth emanating from the stones reassured her, wrapping her in a cocoon of divine acceptance. Believe in the power of your intuition, for it is a sacred gift, the voice encouraged. Nurture it, and learn to listen carefully. In doing so, you will be guided toward the next great unveiling. As she absorbed this truth, Anna noticed a subtle shift in the clearing. The air thickened with peace, a blending akin to twilight mingling with the dawn. She felt an impulse to step closer to the next stone. Would this reveal yet another divine secret? Prepare, Dear one, the voice whispered, dancing through the trees. The next truth reveals itself not only in your heart but in your actions. What lies beyond discernment will call for reflection yet again. With pulse quickening, Anna faced the new stone, eager and hesitant. What revelations lay ahead for her, and how would they mold her spirit? The forest held its breath in expectation, a sacred space teeming with promise. What awaited her, and how would she embrace the next divine truth unveiled? As Anna stepped closer to the next stone, a warm glow enveloped her, pulsating like a heartbeat in the quiet forest. The air crackled with unspoken energy, an invitation to plunge deeper into her journey. She drew in a breath, filling her lungs with the sweet scent of moss and earth, grounding herself as she prepared to listen. Here lies the truth of action. The voice flowed through the trees, each note as clear as a bell. Discernment is not a destination, but a path unfolding beneath your feet. It is through your deeds that purpose reveals itself. She glanced at the stone. It shimmered with new life, now alive with images of moments where her heart had soared or felt heavy, a glance shared with a stranger, a helping hand extended to a lost soul. Each memory held weight, a seed planted in the garden of her spirit. Action breathes life into discernment. The voice continued, weaving through her thoughts like golden threads. Each choice, echoing in eternity, shapes not only your destiny but enriches the very fabric of the world. Anna felt her heartbeat quicken as those words sank into her. The choices she made mattered. They rippled out, affecting lives beyond her own. She began to understand her spirit was intertwined with the great tapestry of humanity. Let your heart guide your actions. With every compassionate deed, you etch love into the universe, said the voice gently. She closed her eyes, centering herself, catalyzing memories of warmth, the days spent volunteering, the laughter shared with friends, the tears shed over those struggling. Each moment offered insight into what action truly meant. It was more than mere doing. It was about loving, serving, and connecting. As the recognition blossomed in her heart, the stone before her emanated an even brighter light. It was a beacon illuminating the way forward. What do you wish to manifest in this world? The voice posed, softly challenging her to see beyond her fears. Anna's mind raced. Was she bold enough to dream? Should she take risks? The thought of stepping outside her comfort zone sent shivers down her spine. Yet a flicker of exhilaration flared, igniting a desire for more. She envisioned a life fueled by action, a life expansive and kind, helping those around her to discover their own power. Remember, beloved Anna, fear is merely a shadow blocking the light of your potential, reminded the voice soothingly. Embrace the truth, take it in your hands, and let it flow through you. With a renewed spirit, she placed her palm on the stone. The warmth surged through her, igniting every part of her being. As she opened herself to this divine connection, visions began to swirl like leaves in the autumn wind. She saw familiar faces, each one representing a possibility, a moment waiting to be realized. Choose your next step wisely. The voice resonated softly, echoing her thoughts. Every act of love, every whisper of kindness will shape your world. In that instant, she understood that feeling grounded did not mean standing still. Rather, it was the deliberate act of moving forward with intention. Anna felt a swell of courage within her. She knew now what lay ahead: the need to live out her values through fervent action. As the forest sighed contentedly around her, she took a step back, absorbing the divine revelation. The path ahead shimmered with endless potential and uncharted beginnings. Anna, remember, the voice whispered, whatever choice you make next carries the seeds of your true awakening. The world awaits as your spirit moves. With her heart brimming with conviction, Anna prepared herself for the leap into action. What would she choose? Who would she become? The beauty of her journey unfolded like an unbroken promise. And in that sacred moment, she sensed the pull of something magnificent. The promise of new discoveries danced in the air, as sweet, beckoning notes of divine inspiration began to hum around her. What awaited her next, and how would the choices she made shape her destiny? The forest welcomed Anna with its soothing embrace, the leaves whispering secrets of the ages. As she took in the surrounding beauty, the glow from the stone flickered, reminding her that she stood at a crossroads. The air seemed alive, pulsating with an anticipation that made her pulse quicken. What you discern now is but a hint of light. The voice resonated gently, like the soothing waves of a calm sea. To truly soar, you must embrace the risks that come with love. Are you ready, Anna? She took a step forward, barely able to contain the excitement bubbling within her. Each step felt like an affirmation of her intentions. Yet in the back of her mind, doubt lingered. What if she stumbled? What if the action she chose wasn't enough? With a deep breath, she shook off that uncertainty. I wish to bring hope where there is despair, she declared, her voice steady. I want to extend kindness and reach out to those in pain. Then allow your heart to be the beacon, the voice urged. Let it guide your actions, illuminating the dark corners of the world. As she committed herself to this journey, she was enveloped once again by the warm light radiating from the stone. It flickered and shifted, revealing scenes from her life moments filled with laughter and sorrow, joy and sorrow. A child she had comforted, an elderly neighbor she had helped with groceries, the tears shared with friends in times of need. Each memory was a thread, weaving a vibrant tapestry of love and connection. Feel the magnitude of your impact, the voice encouraged, and Anna's heart swelled. It was extraordinary to realize how even the smallest act of love carried a ripple that traversed far beyond her immediate world. Anna closed her eyes, feeling the weight of those memories. Her heart expanded with gratitude for all the relationships she had formed. Committing herself to action meant building bridges with those around her. Let gratitude flow through you, the voice whispered, as if affirming her intentions. For every soul you touch, you nurture the very essence of creation. With this understanding, a warmth enveloped Anna, igniting her spirit. She was not merely a spectator in her life. She was a participant, a player on the grand stage of existence. She was called to act, to speak, to be. Anna, remember that every spark of kindness ignites a fire of faith. The voice prompted, urging her to let that energy burst forth into the world. She felt emboldened and determined. This was her moment, her mandate to embrace the divine call to serve. She hitched her breath and opened her eyes. Her surroundings dazzled, transformed by a fresh sense of purpose. The trees seemed taller, the ground beneath her feet steadier, and the very air imbued with promise. She felt as if she could take flight, carried on the winds of divine love. But the voice then quieted, sending a shiver of expectation through her. Do not forget, dear Anna, with action comes the need for discernment. What will you choose to cultivate in the garden of your spirit? This question hung in the air, like the last note to a sweet melody drifting away. Anna felt a familiar flutter in her chest, a mix of anticipation and humility. She understood that the path ahead was hers to shape. Yet, uncertainty loomed. What if her actions didn't align with her deepest truths? With a heart wide open, she took another deep breath, ready to embrace the challenges and joys of her journey ahead. Each choice, she realized, was a possibility waiting to be nurtured. With the world around her pulsing in vibrant hues, she stepped back from the stone. The adventure ahead glimmered with wonder and divine whispers. What manifestations awaited her as she ventured forth? How would she ensure her actions reflected the love planted within? The dawn of awakening was truly upon her. What awaited in the tapestry of fate? The moment her feet touched the forest floor again, a curious energy surged through Anna. The leaves danced playfully in the gentle breeze, as if nature itself was cheering her on. She could almost hear the earth beneath her alive and eager to guide her on this sacred mission of love and kindness. As she began to walk, the vibrant surroundings shifted subtly. The sunlight filtered through the trees, scattering shimmering light like stars, inviting her to follow a path that seemed to shimmer with promise. It felt as though each step she took synchronized with a beat of her heart, guiding her deeper into the embrace of the forest. Suddenly, an old oak tree caught her eye. Its sprawling limbs stretched wide like a warm hug. Its rough bark told stories of enduring strength and steadfastness. Anna walked closer, placing her hand gently on its trunk. The texture felt familiar, grounding her in the present moment. Every tree has roots that run deep, the soft voice echoed in her mind. What roots will you nurture in your journey through compassion? She knew this journey was not just about action, but about the intentions and wisdom behind those actions. The roots of kindness could spread, intertwining with others, creating something beautiful and lasting. The image of a flourishing garden filled her thoughts, each flower a unique soul touched by gentleness and hope. Anna found herself reflecting on her past experiences, the moments where her love had been received, and also where it had been tested. What if I must face rejection or failure? She pondered aloud, embracing the doubt as part of her journey. The fear of being vulnerable can be daunting, the voice answered gently. Yet, it is in vulnerability that true strength is uncovered. Every moment of courage you share allows others to blossom. 2. Inspired by this insight, Anna made a silent pledge to herself to be brave and let love shine through her actions. She envisioned herself like the old oak, strong, but also flexible in its embrace. I will cultivate a spirit of resilience, she declared, filled with newfound determination. Carry the spirit of compassion. That thought resonated powerfully within her. Love was a seed that grew in unanticipated ways. It needed faith, nurturing, and willingness to reach past fear. With each passing moment, Anna understood that her journey was not solely for herself, but for those she'd encounter along the way. In the distance, she spotted a clearing bathed in golden light. Drawn to it, Anna quickened her pace. As she stepped into the open space, an overwhelming sense of peace enveloped her, and a profound stillness took root within. Here, in the heart of the forest, she felt connected to something far greater, a divine tapestry that intertwined every single being. Gazing up at the sky, Anna could see the clouds moving slowly, orchestrating a celestial dance. The gentle wind carried the sound of birdsong, each note a reminder of the magic existing all around her. There is beauty in every note, she whispered, even in the silence that often follows. With her heart wide open, she knelt in the grass, feeling the cool earth beneath her fingertips. What do you want me to learn, dear Creator? She asked, allowing the moment to unfold. Moment by moment, the air around her thickened with expectancy, as if nature itself leaned closer to hear her prayer. Deep down, she knew her inquiry was met with love. She could feel the connections forming between trees, hearts, and souls, each soul waiting to weave a piece of the dream together. For the first time, Anna didn't seek an answer. Instead, she leaned into the questions. Will I embrace the unknown? Can I joyfully accept the journey of growth, even through discomfort? How will I recognize the miracles along my path? With these questions dancing in her heart, Anna stood up slowly, ready to encounter the world. She felt excitement bubbling inside her, for she had only just begun to unearth the miracles God had in store. Where would the next step lead her? What divine surprises awaited? As the sun dipped lower, casting long shadows, Anna knew one thing. Her spiritual awakening was just beginning, and every choice would lead her closer to her true calling. As Anna stepped out of the shimmering clearing, the air around her seemed to vibrate with an unseen energy. The path ahead felt alive beneath her eager feet, each step echoing her anticipation. She had set out on this journey open-hearted, ready to embrace whatever lessons awaited in the depths of the forest and her wanderings. The landscape shifted gently, a fragrant wildflower patch sprawled before her, petals swaying gently in unison. The colors seemed to whisper secrets of hope and joy, their beauty echoing the promise of new beginnings. She paused to breathe it all in, letting the sweet scents envelop her like a warm embrace. Every flower here has a purpose, she thought, marveling at their diversity. Just as I do. The notion struck a chord. Each flower was unique yet contributed to the tapestry of life. Suddenly, she felt a spark of connection to them, felt in her heart that her own purpose was blooming. 2. Embrace your uniqueness. The voice echoed in the recesses of her mind once more, like a soft breeze ruffling the leaves. Your spirit carries the light that the world longs to see. The weight of those words pressed upon her, guiding her further down the path. She could feel the thrum of creation within her, an invitation to express herself in ways she had yet to fathom. What if her voice, a whisper, a song, a prayer, could ignite other hearts? As she wandered deeper, Anna came upon a small stream, its waters dancing playfully over smooth stones. She knelt beside it, captivated by the sound, a melody of clarity and renewal. The brook rushed over its course, unapologetically carving its way through the earth. "What can I learn from you?" she asked the bubbling waters. "Persistence," the stream seemed to reply, bubbling over the stones with exuberance. "Even in the face of obstacles, I continue to flow." Anna reflected on that truth. How many times had she hesitated, stopped by fear or doubt? That moment ignited a flicker of resolve within her. She would learn to move forward, carving her own path even when the way felt uncertain or fraught with challenges. She smiled at the water. "I will be relentless," she promised softly. The journey onward felt steeped in revelation. Each step guided not only by her will but knitted into the subtle symphony of the earth. Just as she was discovering herself anew, nature seemed to shine brightly around her. The ascent of the sun painted the sky in hues of amber and gold, a divine backdrop to her quiet revelations. With each moment unfolding, Anna sensed she was no longer alone. The forest hummed with a fellowship of spirits, the trees, the wind, even the sunbeam kissed her skin. They bore witness to her transformation and celebrated her journey. She could almost hear their gentle whispers. "Believe, trust, shine." As the path curved ahead, the thicket grew denser and darker, the light faintly dimming. A part of her hesitated, the thrill of discovery weaving into a nagging fear of the unknown. What lies ahead? She wondered aloud. Yet, deep within her soul, a soft whisper encouraged her to forge onward. "Do not shy away from the shadows, Anna. Sometimes the deepest growth happens there." This divine truth filled her with courage, pushing her past the threshold of comfort. With her heart steady and her spirit bold, she stepped forward into the dimness, trusting that love would illuminate her way. What awaited her beyond the veil of the looming branches? What unseen wonders had yet to be revealed in this sacred forest? As she pressed on, an unexpected sigh echoed from the shadows. Could it be fear? Or was there something else, something magnificent waiting for her to discover? In this moment of anticipation, Anna knew her journey was only just beginning. Anna stepped deeper into the shadows of the forest, the light waning yet her spirit igniting with faith. Each footfall felt like a declaration of intent, a commitment to embrace even the most daunting parts of her journey. The trees whispered tales of bravery, and the air hung heavy with anticipation. Suddenly, a soft glow broke through the darkness, illuminating a breathtaking scene, a glade where moonlight poured like honey over a circle of stones, each one gleaming with wisdom. It was as if fate had conspired to lead her here, to the heart of her revelation. "Welcome, Anna." The soothing voice of guidance filled the glade, echoing harmoniously with the nocturnal symphony around her. "You are nearing the end of your quest, a beautiful culmination of all that you have learned." Tears welled in her eyes, a cascade of gratitude spilling forth. "What now, Lord?" she asked, her voice trembling with hope. "The next truth is gratitude." The voice reverberated through her being. "Embrace it, for true joy rests in recognizing the miracles that surround you." Anna knelt on the forest floor, her fingers brushing against the cold earth, grounding her to the moment. She closed her eyes and breathed deeply, recalling every lesson learned, every moment cherished, the miracle of her father's recovery, the hearts she had touched, the bond she had forged with faith. One must acknowledge the gifts of existence, for they are the lifeblood of the spirit. The voice continued, weaving through her thoughts. "Can you feel the depth of connection that flows through you?" "Yes," she breathed, a warmth enveloping her like a gentle embrace. "I see it now, the beauty in every face, each moment a thread in the tapestry of my life." The stones around her began to glow with radiant energy, pulsing in rhythm with her heart. "Let this light be a reminder," the voice said softly. "Gratitude transforms perspective. It is both shield and sword on your journey." Anna opened her eyes and stood tall, her heart swelling with joy. "I carry this truth within me," she declared, feeling a rush of divine affirmation surround her. With each breath, the energy of the forest vibrated in synchronicity with her spirit. The shadows, once daunting, now danced like flickering candles in celebration. "What comes next?" she asked, excitement bubbling in her chest. "The final truth is surrender," the voice echoed sweetly. "Release your need to control, and let love guide you into the world awaiting your presence." Surrender, a word, often feared, now felt like a gentle invitation. A smile spread across her face, for she understood. It meant trusting the journey and relinquishing herself to the divine flow as she stood in the sacred glade. Surrounded by the love of creation, she raised her hands skyward. "I surrender my worries, my fears, my doubts, I release them all," she proclaimed, allowing the moonlit serenity to envelop her. Igniting every fiber of her being with hope, in that moment, a magnificent transformation occurred. The stones pulsed with vibrant light, and Anna's heart sang with liberation. She felt the chains of anxiety dissolve, replaced by an ecstatic freedom that surged through her veins, the realization that the world was not an obstacle, but a canvas upon which she could paint her faith. She opened her eyes, and before her stood a path of golden light, leading her back through the forest and into the arms of her community. "Go, beloved Anna," the voice urged gently. "Share the miracles of your journey. Let others see the light of love within you." Anna smiled, her heart ablaze, understanding the urgency of her mission. Yes, she had found her purpose, the culmination of gratitude, action, courage, compassion, discernment, and surrender. A symphony of divine truths woven into her very soul as she stepped back into the village. A swell of energy coursed through her, every face she encountered sparking her desire to share and uplift. Her heart resonated with their hopes and dreams, and she knew that her story was not merely her own, but a thread in the grand tapestry of Goddess design. She would be a beacon of light, a vessel for love in every interaction, igniting faith in hearts that needed it most. "Together, we will celebrate miracles," she proclaimed, arms wide open to the people she adored. And in that sacred moment, Anna embraced the world around her. Hopeville thrived with the beauty of shared love. Laughter echoed in the air, and the divine connection flowed freely between each soul. The journey had transformed her now. She was ready to guide others in their own awakenings. "Let us uplift one another," she encouraged, joy bursting like fireworks in the night sky. "Together, we will create a beacon of faith in a world yearning for light." Anna felt the hands of the divine resting on her shoulders, guiding her forward. Her heart hummed with gratitude, its rhythm intertwined with the pulse of creation, echoing her eternal connection to the universe. If this story has moved you, you need to subscribe now. Don't miss out on incredible faith stories to come. Leave a like to fuel the algorithm, and share your thoughts in the comments. Share this powerful message with at least 5 friends who need to witness this beautiful manifestation. Don't wait even one more second. Only true servants of God understand how vital it is to support this journey. Join us in spreading the love.